go, babies.
There we go.
I'll do the show. They go better.
Thank you, Irene.
Thank you, Irene.
Thanks.
Ray, I'll do the show. It just goes better when I do the show.
Okay. Just asking. I was just asking, baby girl.
I pulled a bill and didn't look at the email yet, so it comes off a little bit more funny too when I read it live and laugh at your grammar guru and silly takes.
You. I don't have any grammar gurus.
Fine. Well, why don't we just get into the show? This is the NFL recap show, and I'd like to go with opening takes, and I'd like to start with Bill. How's that? Vacation Bill, by the way. So
Vacation Bill.
If you've listened to Tuesday's show,
which is getting
Ray's
worse because there's more drinks going down right now.
Ray's opening take was Vacation Bill is the worst character of our 16-month advent calendar of Bill characters. And you're about to see why. Bill, take it away.
It's been a long year and a half, gentlemen. A long, long year and a half. But the Indianapolis Colts did the Patriots a major favor this year.
You took my opening take, you fucking
Vacation
major favor.
What a fucking cunt!
Here to stay.
What a fucking cunt!
Bill, please finish. I'll go ahead and mute the bottom of the totem pole. Dumb. Go ahead.
And I'd just like to continue thanking the Indianapolis Colts for putting a walloping on the Buffalo Bills this past Sunday night, and now sitting at 7-4 in number 3 in the AFC standings. Your AFC leading New England Patriots. Don't look now, boys. Here they come.
Ray, your opening take.
You're a fucking cunt. You're a fucking cunt. Both of you are fucking cunts. I hate you both.
I think we've hit the quota on the season, but go ahead, Ray, please.
The Bills are the Bills. There's my opening take. Fuck you both for taking my take.
I'll save that. The NFL is full of a bunch of loser fucking franchises, bunch of loser coaches. The upsets that we saw this weekend is just unprepared, unmotivated loser football, which is why the Patriots are now in the position that they're in, which is why I don't feel like an arrogant asshole calling Bill Belichick the greatest of all time in the
asshole
in a great coaching job that he's doing, because we just generally don't see that in the Patriots with the Bill Belichick team. I mean, how many goddamn upsets were there this week? How many upsets in embarrassing fashion were there this week?
I think there was 9 playoff teams that lost. I think
go through it. Cowboys, Packers lost.
The Bills, Titans.
There's 5.
Yeah, I mean, we could run through the list, and maybe we will later in the show. It's just watching this, just going, how are you letting this happen? Packers lost. You mentioned the Packers.
The Titans was the biggest upset. I mean, again, I think we said in our Tuesday show was the first time the home number 1 team in the AFC lost halfway through the season to the worst team in the league at home, and you let the road worst team in the league come in and again, what was it, 23-13 or whatever it was? It was a 10 point game, and that game was not close. That game was not close at all.
Since the 50. So, yeah, it was just a gross performance of underachieving football this weekend, and that's my opening take. We'll be getting more of that. We will be getting into the biggest surprises of the week, the best games of the week, maybe the worst games of the week. We'll see. The best games moving forward next week, which is the worst games of the year. Clearly, every week is
all right.
Just
no. This is actually a good slate of games.
And we will also, of course, be getting into Dr. Big Mac's Way Too Early, Just on Time Power Rankings. Welcome to the Simple Mind Sports Show Wednesday edition, NFL Recap Week 11. Welcome to the show.
I can't wait to hear the biggest surprises of the week.
But you don't have that CD.
You just wait, Bill. Before we get to that, we'd like to thank White Birch Brewing for being a sponsor, the best craft brewing in New Hampshire. Ray, address, please.
460 Amherst Street.
Nashua, New Hampshire. Didn't say that before. Best craft brewing in New Hampshire, down in Nashua, New Hampshire. Ray, address, please.
460 Amherst Street.
Way to go. Get on down to the brewery, get yourself a flight, get yourself a pint, check out some of the games, the big screen TV. It's a beautiful atmosphere. It's very nice. Bill's a local celebrity down there, but he refuses to go anymore without protection. If you can't get down there, then get at your local beer store, wherever you get it. Tell them the Simple Minds boys sent you. White Birch Brewing. If you're listening on the podcast, please subscribe, rate, review. If you're watching on YouTube, do the same. If we could do the best games of the weekend. Oh yeah, we're supposed to pick these. See, I didn't watch this. Ray, why don't you start with the best games of the weekend?
Packers Vikings divisional matchup. NFC North in Minnesota. Kirk Cousins, Aaron Rodgers. Back and forth game goes into overtime. Minnesota marches down the field, kicks a field goal, wins the game. Close game, a lot of scoring. Great game to watch.
Bill. I know that there's probably only one game that you can think of to pick right now. So go ahead.
The Pittsburgh Steelers versus the LA Chargers. Chargers gave up 27 points in the fourth quarter and needed a Mike Williams 53-yard touchdown from Justin Herbert to come back and win that game. They were dominating the Steelers. That was the best game of the week. Just again, you give up 27 points in the fourth quarter and still managed to find a way to come back and win. It was a big boy drive from Justin Herbert, 383 yards, 3 touchdowns, 90 yards on the ground. Big game. Very exciting. I know Packers Vikings, great. You saw Valdez Scantling with 60 yards, 70 yards. They scored a little early, left some time, but man, what a good game the Chargers Steelers was.
I'll give you one that really wasn't that. It was an okay game. Didn't watch a whole lot of it, but this is why it was a favorite for me. The Washington football team beat the Carolina Panthers. I don't know why I hate Cam Newton so much, but I just fucking hate him. As soon as I saw the highlight that he scored a touchdown, a 20-yard touchdown, and ran 50 yards to the middle of the field to celebrate by himself like an asshole. And I think he passed it 9 fucking times on the game or something. Dumb, stupid ass stat. He just drives me insane. And I'm glad they lost. Go Washington football team. Heineke, come bringing him back for the win.
Yeah, no, that was a good game. Came at 3 touchdowns too.
Thanks, Bill. Go fuck yourself.
You're welcome.
How many times did he celebrate a midfield by himself?
3 times.
Twice. The one of them was a passing touchdown.
Good. What a prick. Worst games of the weekend. Raymond, you have Cowboys Chiefs.
Yeah, it should have been 1,000 yards between both of them, passing, running, and it was just a fucking terrible game. I believe it was 19-9 final score. This should have been the marquee game for the NFL with Patrick Mahomes going up against Dak Prescott. Lots of touchdowns, lots of throwing. Nope, none of that. It was just a very boring game. It actually put me to sleep on the couch.
Yeah, it was kind of ugly.
I would say Texans was one of the worst games of the week. Were
they hyping that up, saying that was probably the game of the year?
It's angry now.
No, Bill. No, Bill. The fucking Cowboys Chiefs were supposed to be the game of the year.
This is what happens when he goes
Super Bowl matchup.
This is what happens when you have to go get beers. I had no reason to take your opening take. We just thought it would be funny, and now you're just so angry.
I knew you guys said it when I was gone.
I said it. I said, "Hey, I'm just going to me first."
If anything, I'm just an accomplice. Speaking of ugly, now Ray, I think you're right in terms of expectations versus the actual product. Chiefs and Cowboys was a total disappointment. But you want ugly? This is ugly from the name of the teams to the cities that they play in, to the product on the field, to the history in which they are the most loserest cities and franchises in NFL history. The Detroit Lions versus the Cleveland Browns was exactly what you expected, unlike Chief Cowboys, except it was still suck. They fucking suck. The Detroit Lions should be relegated. They should force the Fords to sell that team. It's ridiculous how fucking bad they are. And for the Browns, who are some people picked to go to the fucking Super Bowl, for them to go in and barely scrape out a win against Detroit, playing like absolute garbage. And then for Baker Mayfield's stupid wife to go on the internet and tell his teammates to get tougher.
He deleted it.
Oof. What a shit show that competition was. Bill, did you want to nominate any? Or do you want to take Ray's?
Ooh, no, that one was probably not the worst game of the week. I know Titans, Texans. I thought that again. No, sure, Ray, you win. I'll take yours. You're the worst game of the week. Buffalo, the Colts. I thought that game was going to be a little bit closer, and then you saw Taylor just fucking demolish them for 185 yards and five touchdowns. I thought that game was going to be a lot closer than the 44-17 beatdown that it was.
Yeah, it was ugly. But that might fall into the biggest surprises of the week, which is
not the number one biggest surprise of the week.
Not the biggest one surprise
Ray.
on Dr. Big Mac's biggest surprises of the week.
I didn't know I had to go number one, number
the
two,
number
number
one
three.
surprise on Dr. Big Mac's big surprises of the week is the Kansas City Chiefs, period. Beginning of the season looked like they had finally lost their swagger and was going to have one of those struggling years, but nope, 4-game winning streak and a 7-4 record atop the AFC West has them competing again for the AFC title. Whoa!
Ray, can you read all of you? Can you read all of your biggest surprises of the week so then we could shit on them? Because every one of my surprises of the week is nowhere near mentioned in this email. And I'm sure
I'll go to Ray's and then we can go to Bill and then Ray can just steam in his own fury and hate.
Already am.
Second biggest surprise of the week from Dr. Big Mac's big surprises of the week. Jonathan Taylor Thomas is the best running back in the league, period. Going against the best defense at the time in their stadium and rushing for 185 yards, 5 total touchdowns, period. The best running back in the NFL resides in Indy. Third biggest surprise of the week for Dr. Big Mac's big surprises. The top teams in the NFC are struggling. Cardinals are without Kyler Murray and D-Hop. Green Bay loses a division game against the Vikings, and now Aaron Rodgers has turf toy. The Cowboys.
That's a goddamn.
The Cowboys, without both their top wideouts, lose to the Chiefs, period. And as we record, the Bucs play the Giants, who a lot of people think will upset on Monday Night Football, period. A once strong conference is showing its cracks. And the fourth biggest surprise and Dr. Big Mac's big surprises of the week. Question, after 11 weeks, who's your MVP this season? That's not a surprise. It's a question.
Hey, Rich.
Question.
Rich, can I ask you a question?
It's a surprise aspect of it.
Who you think it would be the MVP?
Oh, okay. Yeah, no one knows. Open the box.
Okay, so we got Ray's 3 biggest surprises. Rich, can I ask you a question? Who is the number one team in the AFC this past week?
This past week, who was the number one AFC team?
Yeah.
Tennessee Titans.
Who did they play this week?
The Houston Texans, Bill.
Who won that game?
The Houston Texans, Bill.
Where does Houston Texans currently rank in the bottoms of the NFL cellar?
At the bottom.
Dead last. Dead last. And there's zero mention in the...
I believe Detroit Lions are dead last, you stupid
fine.
cunt.
31. And there's zero mention of the Tennessee Titans upsetting the number one AFC team in some people's number 1 or number 2 NFL team in the power rankings, and not one. Little mention in your 3 biggest upsets of the week. That, my friends, is what we call the upset of the week for being when I didn't think you could be any more surprises. Dumb. No, just when I didn't think
you fuck
surprises. Just when I think couldn't be any more dumb, then you don't even include Tennessee.
Sorry, Rich.
Tennessee and the Texans. You're a fucking idiot.
You know what? He double pied you. He wanted his surprises of the week to be a surprise to us.
Mm-hmm.
So it was surprising for him not to put the biggest surprise in the NFL on our biggest surprise of the week.
See,
that's where he was going. Inception.
It's called podcast show. Fucking woo.
Oh yeah, kind of like our. Yeah, that's going to be like our pick'em show this week. Games of the week.
Actually, that should be a new segment. Podcast show. Fucking woo. That's a new.
The problem is, Rich. The problem with that is every time Ray says or does something completely dumb, he's just going to say, ooh, podcast of the week, ooh. But then you're going to realize he's just a boy that's crying wolf too many times. And then it's like, no, you're too dumb. You're just using this as an excuse. Tell me I'm wrong.
Well, that's like your mother when I put it in her says it hurts. I know she's crying wolf because she's had it in her many of times.
Yeah, not good.
Ray, how do you think Green Bay is going to do with Aaron Rodgers and his turf toy?
It's turf. That's a fucking. That's autocorrect.
Is that a vibrator Shailene uses? Turf toy.
Could be.
Ooh.
I'd pay for that.
It's like fake chowing.
Any other of these? I don't know. The NFC is struggling. Look, the Cardinals won, so.
Yeah, but they don't have their best player, future MVP of the league, Kyler Murray. Nor do they have.
But they went 2-1 without Kyler Murray, and they're still the number 1 team in the NFL right now.
The other surprise I was going to have that I didn't put down.
Oh, the Texans.
Here we go.
Sex has ruined Russell Wilson. Ever since he had sex with Sierra, he is not the same quarterback that he once was.
Or do you think it's Pete Carroll on not getting an offensive line that can protect him and let him getting completely murdered every game?
I'm going sex.
I have one better.
Okay.
Jesus. When he found Jesus, he started sucking up the joint.
Have you ever seen that? Have you ever seen that meme of when he got drafted? And it was like, this is Russell Wilson's wife when he got drafted, and it looked like a white horse with how open her mouth is. Go look it up. I'll send it to you. I'm going to find it.
Bill. The NFC
that wasn't
struggling.
that good.
They don't look as strong as possible. At the beginning of the season, we thought that NFC West was going.
Neither is your mom before grooming day.
Was going to be a division to be reckoned with. The Rams have been disappointing over the last month. Call it. The Cardinals are still winning, although they are missing their MVPs. The 49ers are middling at best, and the Seahawks are dead in the water. So, okay, Ray. Then it's a little bit surprising where the NFC West has gone to this point. We'll see if Aaron Rodgers can get over his turf toy and if the Cowboys can get their wide receivers back. Let's go and look at the best. You muted yourself.
I muted myself.
Let's look at the best matchups for week number 11. Could be the worst matchups of the year, or no? We have good ones.
This is actually good this week.
Okay, we're going to rank them the way that you have them here. The number one matchup for week 11 in Dr. Big Mac's best matchups of the week, the Tennessee Titans at 8-3 versus the New England Patriots at 7-4. With a little bit of luck on the Patriots side and a win, could see themselves in the number one overall seed in the AFC coming out of Sunday. Big game. Number two, Bills and Saints. Number three, Bucks versus the Colts.
That's a surprisingly good game after what the Colts just did to Buffalo.
I didn't rank this. I just went down the list.
The fourth best game in week number 12 from Dr. Big Mac's best games coming up is his Cincinnati Bengals versus the embarrassingly putrid
playoff
Steelers.
Cincinnati Bengals, mind you.
Big game, 5-4-1 versus 6-4. And the fifth game, not as good as that Bengals matchup, is the LA Rams, considered one of the best teams in the league, versus Aaron Rodgers' turf toy and the Green Bay Packers at 8-3, also considered the best team in the NFC. But, let's not pay them a lot of attention because they're only fourth. And in fifth, you have one of the long-standing NFC North rival games that always
AFC North, you idiot.
AFC North.
You said NFC North. Idiot.
Correct. The Browns at 6-5 versus the Ravens at 7-3. But again, that probably won't be too exciting. Let's move on to Dr. Big Mac's way too early, right on time power rankings. And I'll throw it over to you here, Ray. Bring us the first five. So 10 through 5. So Bill and I can disseminate, and we'll go from there.
Well, actually, the first 5 would be 10 through 6, but you're an idiot, so you don't know that.
You were an idiot last week, gave us 6.
At number 10, I have the Buffalo Bills at 7-4. At number 9, the Baltimore Ravens at 7-3. At number 8, the New England Patriots at 7-4. At number 7, the Dallas Cowboys at 7-3. And at number 6, the Kansas City Chiefs at 7-4.
Bill?
Honestly, I wouldn't change it.
Whoa! Let's go, Bill! Yeah, I like Vacation Bill.
I still don't think you put the Patriots over the Cowboys, and I'm a bigger fan of the Chiefs. I think Chiefs is a good spot at 6 based on their quarterback compared to the Patriots. Patriots at 8, I think last week. I was comfortable with them being on the outskirts of the top 10 or at the number 10. I think, good win this week against Atlanta moves them up to the 8 seed. I feel more confident putting them over Baltimore and Buffalo at this time.
I'm gonna change your mind.
Oh,
Buffalo needs to be out of the top 10, and the Indianapolis Colts need to be in the top 10.
6-5.
You think the Buffalo Bills should be out of the top 10?
They just beat them. They just fucking
hold on.
So
Buffalo 6-4. Your email's wrong.
Whoa. Does the Texans get into the top 10?
Yeah, right. Let's not take context into this whatsoever.
And Buffalo 6-4, not 7-4. Idiot.
Oh, sorry.
Idiot.
Read a book.
I take the Colts over the Bills right now. The Bills have not won 2 in a row since in 6 weeks. The only teams that they've beaten have been absolute fucking trash. The Colts have been competitive all season long, even in their losses, and they just demolished who was considered a Super Bowl favorite in the Buffalo Bills. Give me the Colts coming in at. Got to put them at 10 because the Ravens beat the Colts earlier this year, right, in an overtime game.
Who?
So
yeah, they came back. They came back. Yep.
Oh, that was that crazy overtime game. Lamar Jackson like 400 yards. The Colts even played the Ravens stuff. So yeah, no, I'm pretty firm on that. Colts over Bills.
And
so
Colts
the Buffalo Bills should be out.
Fuck yeah, get them out.
The Colts and two of the Colts losses, once against Baltimore, and they played the LA Rams very, very tough. And if I'm not mistaken, the Rams won by a field goal. And that was a late in the game. They came back, they tied it after a couple bad turnovers. One of the worst interceptions that we have nominated on the show for worst interception of all time. It was that shuffle pass at the goal line by Carson Wentz. I mean, 6-5, Buffalo 6-4. You know, tiebreaker goes to head-to-head record. I'm going with the Colts. Give me Colts at 10. Buffalo off. Buffalo would be number 11.
Got him. Got him.
Rich, I guarantee you could get Bill to suck your dick. I'm just saying. If you just you can sway him to do it, I guarantee it.
No, that's not true at all.
We'll find out. 5 through 1. Here we go. I have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with an asterisk. They're 6-3 as we record right now. At number 4, I have the Tennessee Titans at 8-3. At number 3, the Green Bay Packers at 8-3. At number 2, the LA Rams at 7-3. And at number 1, Bills, Arizona Cardinals at 9-2. Now, the asterisk, if we do this before Monday Night Football, which we're doing, if Tampa loses to the Giants, I have them out of the top 10. And everyone else moves up a spot.
You have them at number 10, according to your email, and that would be not true. I would slide them at number 9 still and have the
They
Colts
lose to
at number
the
10.
Giants? If they lose to the Giants, you still have them in the top 10?
You have them in the top 10. You said I have them at 10, and everyone
I
else.
changed my mind. I can't change my mind.
No, I would put them at 9, and the Colts still get the 10th spot, and everyone else moves up the spot.
If they lose to the Giants after losing to Washington football team,
It's a 3-game losing
who they
streak.
lose to the before the bye.
New Orleans.
It's a toss up between them and the Bills for 10th for me. I don't think the Bills are that good right now. I think the Bills kind of stink. But
they're not on a 3-game losing streak.
Then the Bucs will kind of stink too. But other than that, I will grant you that I think this is okay, Raymond.
Wow.
Yeah, Cardinals deserve to be number 1, 9-2, 2-1 with Colt McCoy.
Fucking Colt McCoy. He had a game too. He played
Connor.
very well.
John Connor had 2 good games, 2
I
out of
could
3
flop the
good games.
Packers.
It's
I
not
could
John
flip the
Connor.
Packers and the Rams.
We're not watching Terminator's James Connor.
Sorry, John Connor was a running back for the Jets with Rex Ryan, though.
No, John
Sarah
Connor
Connor?
was Sarah Connor. Sarah Connor's mom.
I could nitpick and put the Packers over the Rams because the Rams have looked like caca the last couple weeks they've played. Although the Packers did lose, I get it, and barely won the week before. I could argue that, but that would be semantics, and I've been pretty mean to you this show, so I won't.
Shows, plural.
This has been Some My Sports Show Wednesday edition, NFL recap, Week 11, November 24th. Happy Thanksgiving again.
Happy Thanksgiving, guys. Eat that turkey. What's your favorite? What's your favorite side dish?
We'll see you on the other side. Bye bye.
What's your favorite
Bye.
side dish?
Irene's pussy with a side of yams. Come on.
Do you eat the pussy first or the yams first?
No, you ate yams and then the special sauce is the pussy. No marshmallows, just Irene's pussy. Nom, 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 nom.
I use a spoon.
For the
Don't overthink it.
He likes to dig it out and
very good
What's your favorite side dish, Ray?
stuffing.